What is up, English learners? Welcome back to Ninooya English Podcast. I'm Joy, and sitting across from me is Nino.
Before we begin, don't forget to support our channel by clicking the like button and subscribing, because it really helps us continue creating more easy English content for you.
Today, we are taking a deep dive into a place that can feel like a maze, especially if you're trying to navigate it in a second language, the airport.
Oh, definitely. The airport has its own unique ecosystem and a very specific vocabulary. If you don't know the phrases, it's easy to get overwhelmed by the speed of everything.
Exactly. So today, we aren't just giving you the basics. We're going step by step through check-in, security, and boarding, and we're even going to cover what to do when things go wrong, like flight delays or missing baggage. Let's get into it.
All right, you've arrived at the terminal. You look up at the massive departures board to find your flight number, and you head to the correct check-in desk. Joy, what's the first interaction going to sound like?
You'll step up to the desk, and the agent will greet you politely but efficiently. They'll say something like, "Good morning, where are you flying to today?" Or, "Hello, can I see your passport and booking reference, please?"
Booking reference, that's a good one to note. It's that 6-character code of letters and numbers on your email confirmation. Sometimes they call it a PNR or a confirmation code. You can respond with, "Here you go. I'm flying to New York today. Here is my passport and reservation."
Then, the agent shifts focus to your bags. They'll ask, "Are you checking any bags today or just carry-on?"
Let's pause on that. To check a bag means you give it to the airline, they stick a tag on it, and it goes into the belly of the plane. Your carry-on, sometimes called hand luggage or cabin baggage, stays with you in the overhead bin. Joy, what happens next?
They will point to a small metal platform and say, "Please place your bags on the scale one at a time." Now, this is where people get nervous because of weight limits. If you're over the limit, the agent will say, "I'm sorry, but this bag is overweight. The limit is 23 kilos and you're at 26.
Uh-oh. If that happens, you have two choices. You can either pay an excess baggage fee, or you can do what I always do, the airport shuffle. You open your suitcase right there on the floor and transfer heavy items into your carry-on or put on an extra jacket.
We've all been there, Nino. Once your bags are weighed, they'll ask about your seating preference if you haven't selected one online. Would you prefer a window, an aisle, or a middle seat?
Pro tip: avoid the middle seat if you can. Once that's settled, they print your boarding pass. Pay close attention here because the agent will give you crucial information. Here's your boarding pass. Your flight departs from Gate C14. Boarding begins at 5:30 p.m., and the gate closes 15 minutes before departure.
Okay, you've got your boarding pass, your big bags are gone, and now you face the ultimate airport boss, security.
Security officers are known for being very direct. They aren't trying to be rude. They just need to keep a massive line of people moving quickly. The language here consists mostly of rapid commands.
Yes, as you approach the conveyor belt, you'll hear them calling out, "Please take off your jackets, belts, and hats." Empty your pockets completely. Place all keys, coins, and phones in the bin. Laptops and tablets need to be taken out of their sleeves and placed flat in a separate bin.
And don't forget the liquids rule. In almost every international airport, your liquids, gels, and aerosols must be in containers of 100 milliliters or less, and they all must fit inside a single, clear, resealable plastic bag. If you have a loose water bottle, the officer will say, "Sir, you can't bring that through. You'll need to finish it or discard it here."
Once your bins go through the X-ray machine, you have to walk through the metal detector or body scanner. The officer will wave you forward. Next, please step through.
If it beeps, don't worry. They will just say, "Please step aside. Raise your arms, please." They might do a quick pat down or use a handheld wand to check what set off the alarm. Usually it's just a forgotten coin or a metal button on your jeans.
Phew, you made it through security. You collect your things, put your shoes back on, and now you're in the departures lounge or duty-free area. This is where you can relax, grab a coffee, and listen to the announcements.
Right, but don't relax too much. You need to keep an eye on the flight information displays, those big TV screens, and listen closely to the speakers. Airport announcements use very specific phrasing. Joy, let's role-play a standard boarding announcement.
Good afternoon, passengers. This is a boarding announcement for flight AA123 to New York JFK. We are now inviting passengers requiring special assistance or those traveling with young children to begin boarding at gate C14.
That's the pre-boarding phase. Next, they will call out by seating zones or groups, which are printed right on your boarding pass.
We are now ready to board passengers in Zone 1 and First Class. Please have your passport and boarding pass open to the photo page.
Finally, if you are running late, you might hear the dreaded final call. This is the final boarding call for passengers Nino and Joy booked on flight AA123 to New York. Please proceed to gate C14 immediately. Boarding will close in 2 minutes. If you hear your name, you better start running.
Now, we promise to give you some phrases for when things don't go according to plan. Let's start with every traveler's nightmare: delays and cancellations.
If the flight board says delayed, it means the plane is late. If it says canceled, the flight isn't happening at all. If your flight is delayed and you are worried about making a connecting flight, you should go to the customer service desk and ask, "Excuse me, my flight is delayed. Will I miss my connecting flight to Paris? If I miss my connection, will the airline rebook me on the next available flight?"
And what about the end of the trip, Nino? You arrive at your destination, you stand by the baggage carousel, the moving belt where suitcases come out, and your bag never appears. What do you say at the baggage claim desk?
You'll need to find the lost luggage or baggage service desk. Walk up and say, "Hello, my bag didn't come out on the carousel. My flight number was AA123 from London."
The agent will ask for your baggage claim tag. That's the little sticker the check-in agent stuck to the back of your passport stub earlier. They will track it and say, "It looks like your bag was left behind in London. We will deliver it to your hotel as soon as it arrives on the next flight tomorrow."
Let's wrap things up with a lightning-fast review of the most critical terms we covered today. Departures board. The giant screen showing flight times, gates, and statuses. Overweight bag. A suitcase that exceeds the airline's weight limit, risking a fee. Bins. The plastic trays at security where you place your shoes, electronics, and keys. Connecting. Flight/connection. A second flight you take to reach your final destination after landing at an intermediate airport. Baggage carousel. The circular conveyor belt where you pick up your checked luggage after landing.
Practice these phrases, listen out for the keywords, and your next international flight will be a breeze.
Thanks for listening. Until next time, happy travels.
Safe travels, everyone. Bye.